Welcome children. Now let's move ahead today with our chapter related to the drainage system. And we already had done in the previous lecture what you mean by drainage system or drainage pattern. That is the pattern of the flow of the various rivers, and different rivers will have its own different pattern of flowing ahead. And we have divided this river system into two, that is the northern and southern, or you can call it as Himalayan and Peninsular. And we saw a few points of difference also between Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers. That is, Himalayan rivers are ever flowing, right? They are called perennial rivers. Then there are the flow of the volume of the water increases in these Himalayan rivers because in rainy season due to rainfall, so addition of more water, and at the time of summer, melting of snow leads to the increase in the volume of the river water. And these are very deep rivers, and they do have meanders. We already saw what is meander also through the video. At the same time, when you move towards the southern rivers, or we call it peninsular rivers, they are shallow rivers, means not very deep, and meanders usually are not found over here. And because the bed of such rivers is hard, rocky rather than being soft. Like for example, naturally you all must have been someday or the other, sometime or the other at the beach. और वहाँ पे पहला काम हम यही करते हैं that when suppose you sit on the sand, so you take your this index finger and you start drawing something, just like कुछ भी ऐसे एक टेढ़ा मेढ़ा कुछ वहाँ पे उंगली घुमा लोगे मिट्टी पे, बिकॉज इट इज सॉफ्ट. लेकिन वहाँ पे अगर पत्थर होता एंड इफ यू वुड हैव ट्राइड लाइक टू मूव योर फिंगर, तो फिंगर तो उस पत्थर पे हम मूव कर लेते, लेकिन उसका वहाँ पे कोई आकार नहीं बनता. देयर वुड बी नो डिजाइन, देयर वुड बी नो इम्प्रिंट ऑफ इट, राइट. सो दिस इज हाउ meanders आर फॉर्म, कि जो रिवर्स शैलो हैं, डीप नहीं है मतलब, तो उसके रिवर बेड हार्ड रॉकी, तो यू कांट यू डोंट सी एनी meanders. रिवर्स वहाँ की स्ट्रेट फ्लो होती है. एंड आई गिव यू वन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ साबरमती. मैनी सच रिवर्स आर देयर. एंड द अदर साइड वी हैव एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गंगा, यमुना एट्सेट्रा. दिस रिवर्स आर वेरी उनका फ्लो भी बहुत ही लंबा है लेंथ वाइज, एंड दे आर वेरी डीप एंड दे हैव meanders, क्योंकि उनका बेड फुल ऑफ एल्यूवियल डिपोजिशन से है, राइट. नाउ द सेकेंड वन वी कम ओवर टू इज द ब्रह्मपुत्र सिस्टम. नाउ ब्रह्मपुत्र सिस्टम, that is river system. So this river, it originates near Mansarovar in Tibet. Once again, let me remind you what I told you in the previous lecture, that learn all the objectives and your answer, detailed answer on Ganga river system or Brahmaputra river system will become easy, or vice versa. Learn the whole part very perfectly, तो अपने आप उसके 1 मार्कर तुम्हें याद रह जाएंगे, right? The one that you find it easy for you. So river Brahmaputra originates near Dash, that is near Mansarovar in Dash, that is Tibet, or Dash river originates near Mansarovar in Tibet, right? Its source, spelling is wrong. Its source is near, मतलब कहाँ से, origin कहाँ पे है? It's near the place of the origin of the rivers Sindhu and Satluj. तो जहाँ से सिंधु और सतलज का जन्म हुआ है, उसी के पास रिवर ब्रह्मपुत्र का भी ओरिजिन है. मोस्ट ऑफ इट्स फ्लो इज आउटसाइड इंडिया. तो ब्रह्मपुत्र उसका ओरिजिन, उसका ज़्यादा जो फ्लो है, इट इज मोस्ट ऑफ इट इज आउटसाइड इंडिया. दिस रिवर फ्लोज इन ईस्ट, that is on your right hand side, parallel to the Himalayan mountain system. Near Namcha Barwad peak, it takes U-shaped turn and enters Arunachal Pradesh. So you can see that on the right hand side it takes a turn. For example, let me show you over here, the map over here, right? And here you will see it very clearly. Here. Now when this river Brahmaputra outside India, it starts its flow. अब देखो यहाँ से उसका origin है. Very close to is the origin of Sindhu also, right? So is outside India, both the rivers. It starts from outside India. Now here it comes here and takes a U-turn. That is at the Namcha Barwa peak. And then it enters India. And then after that, the flow moves towards Bangladesh and then Bay of Bengal, right? So, Brahmaputra, most of its flow is outside India. It takes a U-shaped turn at Namcha Barwa peak and enters Arunachal Pradesh. Here it is known as Dihang. So that you will have to learn. This river with Lohit and Kanula tributaries is collectively called Brahmaputra in Assam. Now this you will have to learn, as I told you, all the boxes, and add it as the points of for your short note. Brahmaputra is the only river, मतलब ये ही एक ही ऐसी नदी है, the only river having a masculine pronoun, feminine masculine. जैसे हम कहते हैं रिवर बहती है, ब्रह्मपुत्रा के लिए हम कहेंगे ये नदी बहता है. It is like masculine pronoun. It might sound a bit weird, but this is how we have seen that this river is given a masculine pronoun and is about 2900 kilometers long. It's known as Sangpo. T is silent. Sangpo in Tibet and as Jamuna in Bangladesh. Majuli, an island in Brahmaputra, is the largest riverine island. मतलब नदी में अगर कोई आइलैंड है, बहुत सारी नदियों में आइलैंड होते हैं, सबसे बड़ा आइलैंड we see in the world is in river Brahmaputra और नाम है इसका मजूली. There is less of sedimentation, again wrong spelling, sedimentation नहीं, it is sedimentation, so remove S over here, second S. So there is less of sedimentation in this river in Tibet. अब तिब्बत में जब ये फ्लो होती है तो उसमें काफ़ी कम सेडिमेंटेशन है, मतलब the soil and dead part of plants and all that is carried forward by the river is very less in Tibet. In India now this river passes through those regions where there is heavy rainfall. So naturally volume of water will increase. It will carry along with it lots of sedimentation. So further down there is more of water mass as well as sediments. Many tributaries they come and meet this river in Assam. This river Brahmaputra flows in a braided form. Braided मतलब जैसे चोटी बनाते हैं, right? Like one, ऐसे ऐसे होते हैं. It is like a, this is what I showed you before was a net pattern. Forget about this arrow, right? Don't consider. This is net form. A braided is this form, right? जैसे चोटी बनाते हैं, फिर इसी को वापस इसके ऊपर ले गए and bring this again over here and this over here and again this will go over here. So it is like in a braided form. You must have seen, like, let me try over here. थोड़ा difficult तो हो ही जाएगा draw करना, but it's like this. You must have seen this type of braided bread also, right? जैसे चोटी के आकार के. This is called braided pattern of the river, right? So this river Brahmaputra flows in a braided form. Every year there is huge increase in its water and water as it overflows during rainy season, and as a result destructive flood often occur in Assam and Bangladesh. There is a contrast in this river compared to other rivers of North India. अब नॉर्थ इंडिया की बाकी की रिवर्स देख लो तो यहाँ पे एकदम ही कॉन्ट्रास्ट है. ड्यू टू हैवी रेन्स इन आसाम ड्यूरिंग मानसून देयर इज ह्यूज डिपोजिशन. इंक्रीजिंग लेवल ऑफ सैंड इन दिस रिवर ब्रिंग्स इज बेड हायर. अब यहाँ पे उस जो डिपोजिशन है वो हर बार इंक्रीज होता रहता है. तो द बेड ऑफ दिस रिवर इज स्लोली कमिंग अप. सो देयर आर फ्रीक्वेंट चेंजेस इन द कोर्स ऑफ द रिवर. तो जो नदी का जो बहाव है, द फ्लो ऑफ द रिवर, समटाइम there is a change in its flow because the flow of the river will always depend, as I told you before, on its river bed, right? अगर bed soft हो with full of sand and that is sedimentation, alluvial deposits and all, तो उसका बहाव मियांडर जैसा होगा, स्नेकी फॉर्म। अगर रॉकी है, हार्ड है, तो स्ट्रेट होगा, लीनियर, राइट। लेकिन यहाँ पे ब्रह्मपुत्रा की बात ये है कि यहाँ पे फ्लो इज लाइक स्नेकी फ्लो, लेकिन कई बार उसकी दिशा बदल जाती है थोड़ी बहुत। इफ इट इज ऑलवेज फ्लोइंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन, समटाइम इट मे टेक अ बिट ऑफ टर्न, रीजन कि उसका जो बेड है फुल ऑफ एल्यूवियल डिपॉजिट, वो एल्यूवियल डिपॉजिशन इंक्रीज होता रहता है, तो रिवर का बेड इट इज कमिंग हायर एवरी टाइम. That changes the pattern of this Brahmaputra river. Let's see some southern rivers. Western Ghat is said to be the main water divide for peninsular rivers. तो southern rivers के लिए main water divider कौन है? Western Ghat. Learn it. Major rivers of the peninsula: Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc. All these rivers flow eastward and they meet Bay of Bengal. Many rivers flow to the west of Western Ghat. तो यहाँ पे मेजर रिवर्स यहाँ पे साउथ की कौन सी है? दैट इज महानदी, गोदावरी, कृष्णा, कावेरी. ऑल दिस रिवर्स फ्लो टू योर ईस्ट, मतलब हमेशा वो ईस्ट की तरफ फ्लो होगी. एंड दे गो एंड मीट द बे ऑफ बंगाल. दो रिवर्स ही ऐसी है जो अरेबियन सी में मीट होगी, दैट इज इट इज ऑन द वेस्ट. इट गोज एंड मीट्स अरेबियन सी, राइट. And many rivers flow to the west of Western Ghat. Large rivers like Narmada and Tapi flow from east to west and they meet Arabian Sea in the west. So very important for 2 markers each as well as for 1 marker objective. Narmada Basin. Once again, what is basin area? Basin मतलब एक नदी जब बहती है तो वो कौन से एरिया से पास हो रही है. जैसे there are some when we go through this particular part you will come to know that नर्मदा starts from MP, लेकिन गुजरात तक उसका पानी आ रहा है, मतलब गुजरात में बेसिन है उसका, राइट. सो वेरेवर इज वाटर फ्लोज थ्रू, उस एरिया में वी कैन से इट हैज दिस बेसिन. तो नर्मदा इज स्टार्ट्स एक्चुअली फ्रॉम अमरकंटक प्लेटो इन MP. इफ एनी ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव विजिटेड, और अगर नहीं तो वेरी मच इन नियर फ्यूचर आई वुड ऑलवेज रिक्वेस्ट यू, जब भी हम जोग्राफी करेंगे, दैट विजिट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस इन योर लाइफ, ब्यूटिफुल प्लेसेस, रादर देन गोइंग टू दोज यू नो दैट प्राउड फीलिंग वाली जगह कि चलो हम तो US जाके आए, हम लंदन गए, हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया गए एंड वॉट नॉट. आई वुड से डियर, रादर देन दैट, फर्स्ट गो and watch out, enjoy your beautiful places that we have in our own country. मतलब कि ये one life will be not enough to see the nook and corner and the beauty of our country, right? तो फिर भी I would say that go to MP and there are nice places where you can go and have a look at this Narmada नदी, उसका जो घाट है which is awesome, is beautiful, like sunrise, sunset, different parts of the day. जो हम कहते हैं अलग अलग जो प्रहर होते हैं, प्रहर मतलब पीरियड ऑफ द डे, जैसे 8 प्रहर होते हैं, 8 parts are there of one day. तो अलग अलग पार्ट में तो चलो तुम ना जाओ, बट when you go to MP just have a look at this beautiful place and at least 2 प्रहर तो हम देख सकते हैं, sunrise and sunset. And the ghat which is awesome, and that is Mandu, Maheshwar. When you go at these places you can of course enjoy Narmada Nadi, and it flows westward in a rift valley. It flows through rocky terrain of marbles. Now when it is flowing, it passes through the rocky regions near Jabalpur. The flow is faster due to slope and very beautiful. Dhuadhar falls are located here. ट्रिब्यूटरीज ऑफ दिस रिवर्स डू नॉट हैव लॉन्गर फ्लो. हाँ, लेकिन इसकी जो ट्रिब्यूटरीज है वो काफ़ी लंबी नहीं है. मोस्ट ऑफ द रिवर्स दे मीट एट राइट एंगल. इस बेसिन एरिया स्प्रेड ओवर MP एंड गुजरात. तो इसका पानी कहाँ कहाँ पे मिल रहा है? MP में तो है ही, एंड ऑल्सो गुजरात. नर्मदा इज अबाउट 1312 किलोमीटर लॉन्ग. तापी बेसिन, अब तापी की बेसिन कहाँ पे होगी? लेट्स सी. सतपुड़ा रेंजेस आर लोकेटेड इन MP. तापी रिवर ओरिजिनेट्स ओवर हियर इन बेतुल डिस्ट्रिक्ट. It flows once again in a rift valley parallel to Narmada, meets Arabian Sea. तो नर्मदा और तापी 2 ही ऐसी रिवर है हमारी पेनिनसुला रीजन की, विच गोज एंड मीट्स अरेबियन सी, and all the other rivers of peninsula region, they go and meet Bay of Bengal in the east, that is on your right hand side. Now this particular river has an extensive basin. तो पानी कहाँ पे मिल रहा है इस particular river का? MP, naturally it originates from here, and then next is Maharashtra. Coastal plain between Arabian Sea and Western Ghat is very narrow. अब तो coastal region है हमारा between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea is very narrow, so the rivers have a shorter flow. Major rivers flowing westward have shorter course. अब जो भी rivers west में flow हो रही है on your left hand side, they are very short. Major rivers flowing westward are Sabarmati and Mahi. Tapi is nearly 724 kilometers long. Godavari Basin. Very, 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 very important. Learn it for a 2 marker, and as for a give reason also, that why Godavari is termed as Ganga of South, तो हम ये पूरा लिखेंगे. This is the largest of the southern rivers. It starts from the slope of Western Ghat near Nasik in Maharashtra. It's about 1465 kilometers long. It flows to the east and meets Bay of Bengal. Once again, Godavari Basin. This is the largest of the southern rivers. It starts from Western Ghat slope near Nasik in Maharashtra, 1465 kilometers long. Flows towards east, meets Bay of Bengal. It has the largest basin among southern rivers. तो साउथ की जितने भी रिवर्स है उसमें सबसे बड़ा बेसिन गोदावरी नदी का है. 50% of its water region lies in Maharashtra. Rest is in MP and Andhra Pradesh. Right? Major tributaries meet Godavari. अब यहाँ पे among them are Purna, Wardha, Pranhita, Manjara, Venganga, Penganga, major rivers. Godavari has a longer flow and a large basin area, so it is called Ganga of South. Right? Mahanadi. अब सारे दो लाइन के हैं और 1 marker. Learn it. हाँ, you might be asked for 4 marker. Discuss all the related to the basins of peninsular region. तो सारे लिखने होंगे. Mahanadi origin is in mountainous region of Chhattisgarh. Flows through Orissa and meets Bay of Bengal. That is on your left hand side. Is about 860 kilometers long and has a basin spreading Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Orissa. Krishna Basin originates near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. Beautiful place and hill station, I would say. Awesome, right? And is about 1400 kilometers long. Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghatprabha, Musi, Bhima are her major tributaries. Its basin extends in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Now when we used to be in Bombay, we used to usually like 1-2 महीने में यहाँ पे चले जाओ 1-2 दिन के लिए. It was just about 4-5 hours journey from our residence. So what people used to like, it was just like हंसी मजाक में कि अगर नेबर को हम कई बार, जैसे नेबर्स मतलब नेक्स्ट बिल्डिंग के या सामने वाले बिल्डिंग के जिनको हम पहचानते हैं लेकिन कई टाइम से हम मिले नहीं, टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास, तो लोग कहते हैं चलो भाई महाबलेश्वर चले जाओ घूमने. सम टाइम इन दिवाली, सम डेज लाइक वीकेंड्स, या कोई ऐसे जैसे छुट्टियां आ जाती है 2-3 दिन की एट अ स्ट्रेच. अभी तो बहुत लंबी छुट्टी है, बट डियर नोबडी गोज नाउअडेज आउटसाइड. बट पीपल यूज्ड टू बिलीव दैट गो टू दिस प्लेस यू विल मीट ऑल योर नेबर्स. मतलब कि इतना रश होता था. जैसे यहाँ पे सबसे नज़दीकी हिल स्टेशन है हमारा माउंट आबू, और दूसरी अच्छी जगह है घूमने लायक इज इन राजस्थान इज उदयपुर. राइट? बाकी सब तो बहुत दूर है. तो 4-5 घंटे के डिस्टेंस पे यही 2 जगह है हमारे यहाँ से राजस्थान में. सो विच वेर यू डोंट मीट यूजुअली पीपल व्हेन यू आर स्टेइंग इन दिस सिटी ओवर हियर इन अहमदाबाद, बट वहाँ जाके कितने सारे लोग हमारे आस पड़ोस वाले मिल जाएंगे. राइट? So that is what beautiful place, I would say once again, when you get time you can visit such beautiful places. It originates near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra, that is Krishna river, about 1400 kilometers long. Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghatprabha, Musi, Bhima are major tributaries. इस basin मतलब पानी का बहाव कहाँ कहाँ पे मिल रहा है? महाराष्ट्र में तो होगा ही, because it originates near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. फिर कर्नाटका को भी इसका पानी मिल रहा है, and आंध्र प्रदेश. कावेरी origin is in Brahmagiri range in Western Ghat and is about 760 km long. Amravati, Bhavani, Hemvati, Kalini are a major tributaries. Its basin extends in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. It meets Bay of Bengal to the south of Kudalur in Tamil Nadu. Again, beautiful place. And yes, of course, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. There are no words to describe the beauty of these southern states. So once again, whenever free, not now, but very much in near future, अभी थोड़े बहुत फ्री हो तो एक लिस्ट बना दो that the moment we get chance, which are the places in our country, which are the beautiful places. Pick up randomly any place in our country and it's of course beautiful. So visit it, make a list of it. There are other small rivers which flow eastward and meets Bay of Bengal, right? These rivers include Damodar, Brahmani, Vaitarna and Suvarnarekha. Now, very important learn. Hydrosphere exists over about 71% on Earth's surface. 97 of it is salty water. So hydrosphere, that is पानी का जो what we consider as percentage में, तो Earth's surface covered with 71% hydrosphere. इस 71 में से 97 तो salty water है, that is more than 60-65% से ज़्यादा. मतलब 71 में से अगर काउंट करो तो 71 का 97% is salty. Only 3% is fresh water which is available for a drinking purpose. 1/4 of its portion is in the form of ice. So we always say save water. Naturally, if you will save water, is going to save you, right? Lakes. There are many, again your short note of course. There are many lakes in India. Freshwater lakes are found more in the Himalayan region. Most of the lakes contain water during rainy season. In Kashmir, glacial lakes are formed. Again, very beautiful place. और यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि glaciers lakes are formed and a few lakes are formed due to wind and rivers and human action. That is artificial lakes हम बनाते हैं जैसे Vasrapur lake, right? In rivers having many meanders, oxbow lakes are formed. ये मैं तुम्हें वीडियो बताऊंगी how oxbow lakes are formed. It become very clear. Sea tides, right? Tide you must be knowing the waves coming and moving back. Have created lagoon lakes. Up lagoon lakes also you will see lagoon, that is actually you will see that a huge amount of volume of water, I would say, it gets separated from sea, right? So ये जो sea tides जो it moves ahead, goes back, moves ahead and goes back, तो it has created lagoon lakes. तो ये actually होते हैं lake, but when you have a look at it, it looks very vast and it looks like as if it's a sea, but it's just a part of it separated. Chilka, Koleru, Pulikat are example of these types of lakes. Samba Lake in Rajasthan is a saline lake and salt is produced from it. Himalaya has many freshwater lakes which are formed due to glacial action. Water was filled in the depression, मतलब बहुत बड़ा खड्डा था जिसमें पानी बढ़ता गया, फिर वो बन गया lake. Beautiful lakes are formed here due to melting of snow, like Wular Lake in Kashmir has a tectonic origin, तो ये natural है. Other freshwater lakes of this area are Dal, Bhimtal, Loktal, Bada Pani. These are very, very, very once again awesome place. Bhimtal, Loktal and all these lakes. So go and visit once again, of course, in very near future. Now lake के बारे में पूछे तो you are going to write, of course, this plus importance of lakes, right? So lakes are useful to man in many ways. Some rivers have originated from lakes. In the region which have more rainfall, more water gets accumulated in the lake. बहुत बारिश जिस एरिया में होगी और उस एरिया में अगर लेक है तो पानी ऊपर तक आ जाएगा उस लेक में. And this collected or accumulated water can be used for irrigation and other purpose. Stored water can also be used during dry period like drought. Reservoirs and lakes formed due to dam are useful for generating hydel power. Few lakes increases the natural beauty. Hence such lakes have been developed as tourist spots like Vasrapur Lake, Kankaria Lake, वैसे बहुत सारे लेक है, उदयपुर चले जाओ तो इज कॉल्ड दी सिटी ऑफ लेक्स. Lakes are also important for fishery and as tourist resorts. Economic importance of rivers. Rivers have remained most important during human history. Rivers are the natural resource of water. These are very much important for many human activities. It has satisfied basic needs of man. तो rivers तो बहुत ही important है. Like since during human history it has remained always, मतलब throughout our history we have seen that rivers have always remained very important. Rivers, they are the natural resource of water and important for all the human activities. It has satisfied our basic necessities. Agriculture and industry also have developed due to rivers. Ancient civilization also developed along rivers. मतलब कि सबसे पहले आदि मानव शायद उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था रहना कहीं पे भी, जैसे वैसे तो दे वर लाइक ट्राइबल पीपल मूविंग फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अदर, बट कहीं पे तो रात को रुकना था एंड दे यूज्ड टू जस्ट स्टे एनीवेयर, लाइक ज़मीन पे ही सो जाते, जहाँ कहाँ पे मिल गया सो गए, जो रास्ते में आया मिला खा लिया. लेटर ऑन दे केम टू नो व्हाट इज़ गुड फॉर देयर बॉडी, व्हाट इज़ नॉट गुड. फिर धीरे धीरे पता चला कि ऐसे ही खुले आसमान के नीचे तो दैट टाइम ऑल्सो ऑफ कोर्स देयर वर सीजन्स एंड ऑल, सो दे कुड नॉट सर्वाइव दैट वे, सो दे डिसाइडेड टू स्टे ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द ट्री. अब टॉप ऑफ द ट्री पे रहना तो मुश्किल हो गया था. थोड़े टाइम के बाद पता चला कि हर बार नीचे उतर के गो टू द सोर्स ऑफ वाटर, कम बैक अगेन, गो एंड गेट इट. तो फिर सोचा चलो नीचे ही रह लेते हैं, तो केव्स में रहना शुरू किया, बट दैट ऑल्सो वॉट नॉट दैट ईजी. तब भी सोर्स ऑफ वाटर तो दूर ही था. देन दे डिसाइडेड व्हाई नॉट गो एंड स्टे ऑन द बैंक ऑफ द रिवर. तो बैंक ऑफ द रिवर पे वही ट्रीज के branches and twigs and lot many things they started using to construct their huts. छोटी सी झोपड़ी बनाना शुरू किया. फिर बैंक ऑफ द रिवर पे रहना शुरू कर दिया, तो घर और पानी सब कुछ आसपास में, एंड ऑल द नेसेसिटीज वर प्रोवाइडेड. एंड बैंक ऑफ द रिवर ऑफ कोर्स वेरी 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 फर्टाइल, तो काफ़ी कुछ वैसे ग्रो होना भी शुरू हुआ. फिर एक ने रहना शुरू किया एंड देन इट स्टार्टेड इंक्रीजिंग. दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल एंशिएंट सिविलाइजेशन विच फ्लरिश्ड अलोंग रिवर्स. Deep about this civilization, yes, that's intense standard, interesting, but at present just in short what I have told you about it. Major cities have developed along the river banks. तो naturally जहाँ पे rivers बहती है उसी के आसपास में you will see that there are big developed cities like Delhi, Kolkata of course now, Ahmedabad, Bharuch, Surat. River is considered to be the base, that is the root, very important pillar for any agricultural country, of course, like India. In recent times, river water is used for drinking, irrigation, producing of electricity, for navigation, right? That is to move from one bank of the river to other. या सिर्फ बोटिंग के लिए, जैसे लेक्स भी यूज हो जाते हैं उसके लिए. एंड इफ यू गो टू कोलकाता, once again I would say not very beautiful, but from the point of view of heritage, of course it is awesome, right? And तो वहाँ पे भी जो हुगली रिवर है, they take you, and there are many other such water bodies where बोट की जगह पे if you want to, actually हम तो सिर्फ बैठते हैं अगर वहाँ पे जाते हैं तो just for a enjoyment, लेकिन वहाँ के लोग एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे जाने के लिए they have a huge टोकरी, टोकरी मतलब टोपला जिसको कहते हैं, वेरी बिग. एंड देन द मैन हु इज द वन हु इज यू कैन कॉल सेलिंग इट. तो सारे लोग जो ट्रैवलर्स, मतलब दोज हु मूव वांट टू मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस, वन बैंक टू द अदर, तो वो लोग उसमें बैठ जाते हैं. दे आर चार्ज सम 1 rupee or 2 rupee, but that was some many years back when we had been over there. And for tourists, of course, it was a big amount to be paid because we go once in a blue moon. जो रोज के आने जाने वाले हैं तो वो टूरिस्ट नहीं है, राइट? सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंट, जैसे एक लाइन लग जाती है फॉर डेली एंड फॉर द टूरिस्ट. एंड ऑफ कोर्स Such beautiful things you will see, of course, even in Odisha, Chilka Lake में. Chilka Lake is the same way. It's a lake, but when you go over there, you will see it seems like a huge sea. दरिया जैसा दिखता है. एंड उसमें भी एक बड़े से टोकरी में, यूथ टोपला में बिठा के एक राउंड लेने ले जाते हैं. राइट, सो इट्स वेरी वेरी ब्यूटिफुल, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. वंस अगेन नॉट वेरी clean and hygienic place and all like Calcutta, Odisha, but I would say फिर भी वहाँ की जो एक ब्यूटी है उनके टेम्पल्स में एंड द थिंग्स दैट यू सी, वहाँ का जो फूड है और यू सी वहाँ का लॉट्स ऑफ हेरिटेज एंड द हैंडीक्राफ्ट and the cloth that is woven, hand woven, all these places you can go and watch it out. रिवर पोल्यूशन. सो जब भी रिवर का पूछे तो सब कुछ ही ऐड करना है. ऑफ कोर्स यू आर गोइंग टू राइट ये सब कुछ. इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ लेक, तो लेक के पार्ट में चला गया आगे. इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ लेक्स विल बी एडेड टू दिस लेक्स एंड इकोनॉमिक इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ रिवर्स. तो रिवर्स के ऊपर जब भी कुछ पूछे तो यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है. राइट, रिवर पोल्यूशन ऑल्सो एडेड टू इट. River water is used more for household purpose, that is domestic activities, for agriculture, for industrial production. We know that rivers are termed as dash, that is Lok Mata, that is लोगों की माता, considered to be as very holy, and yet इसी holy river को जिसको हम भगवान मानते हैं, we are releasing all dirt in it, that is industrial remains, effluents in the rivers. The dirty water, that is the sewage water, is dumped into the river near the cities. Beside, we also throw solid waste in the river. As a result, river water is polluted. जैसे गंगा नदी, तो गंगा प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है बहुत सालों से टू क्लीन इट अप, बट ये इतनी लंबी नदी है. इस इफ यू हैड बीन टू ऋषिकेश, हरिद्वार, यू मस्ट हैव सीन दैट इज टू लॉन्ग. बहुत लंबी नदी है ये. एंड वंस अगेन यस, जितनी ब्यूटी इस नदी की ऋषिकेश में है उतना ही उन्होंने खराब कर दिया है एट हरिद्वार. Though the scene at the evening time is beautiful, at the time of Aarti you will see thousands of diyas that they light and it's awesome sight. But once again people they fall on each other to have a look at the sight and बहुत ही गंदा. एंड वहीं पे स्नान करना, वहीं पे कैटल को स्नान करवाना एंड वहीं पे दिए को और फूलहार को बहता कर देना पानी में. So, but the same thing if you go and you can enjoy it very beautifully at Rishikesh, right? So once again, two more places I told you to go and visit. List banate रहना when I give you lectures. So during my lectures, there'll be lot many such names, like some good movies, some good places to visit in India, which you can, of course, enjoy. You can learn from that also many things, right? It's not only that the books give you नॉलेज. आई वुड से बुक्स तो है हमारी पढ़ाई के लिए, हमारी स्कोरिंग के लिए, बट एट द सेम टाइम मोर ऑफ नॉलेज वी गेट व्हेन यू मूव अराउंड एंड यू मेक यूज ऑफ योर आईज. व्हाट डू वी डू इज वी जस्ट लुक, वी नेवर सी. लुक मतलब ठीक है, देखा नहीं देखा, यू नो. लाइक व्हेन अब तक के लास्ट ईयर तक जब ये स्टूडेंट्स एंट्री लेते थे क्लास में, एंड व्हेन समटाइम ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक या इंग्लिश में बिफोर स्टार्टिंग माई ग्रामर मेनी टाइम्स आई यूज्ड टू आस्क सच क्वेश्चन. या माई फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द ईयर आई वुड आस्क द क्वेश्चन दैट वाज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सी एंड लुक. तो कई बार, मतलब कई बार नहीं, ऑलवेज बहुत अलग अलग आंसर फ्लो होते. एंड देन चिल्ड्रन यूज टू गेट कंफ्यूज, क्योंकि हम हैं तो इंग्लिश मीडियम में, बट वी डोंट नो ट्रू मीनिंग ऑफ ऑल द वर्ड्स, वी जस्ट यूज इट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लुक इज कि जब बच्चों को मैंने कहा चलो बताओ, सब बच्चों को कहती हूँ आंख बंद कर दो. नाउ रेज द हैंड हु नोज दैट व्हाट हैड बीन रिटन ऑन द व्हाइट बोर्ड. क्लास में एक स्मार्ट बोर्ड है और एक वाइट बोर्ड भी है साइड में छोटा सा, जिसको मैंने नोटिस बोर्ड, जैसे क्लास के अंदर का नोटिस बोर्ड बना के रखा हुआ है. तो They are confused. They don't know what's written. It means then when I tell them now open the eyes and see, तब भी बच्चे सब कुछ नहीं read करते. Reason we have not trained our eyes to see everything. We have trained our eyes only to look. See कब करते हैं, मतलब ध्यान से कब देखते हैं? When you are walking on the road, when you are driving your car, when you are driving your two-wheeler, or when you are moving ahead on your bicycle. तो आंखों का यूज तब करते हैं कि कहीं पे हम गिर ना जाएं, कहीं पे हम टकरा ना जाएं. But when you are sitting to the next of your parents in car, front seat या पीछे बैठे हो कार में, तब तो तुम गिर नहीं जाओगे, तब तुम्हारा काम तो है नहीं देखना, राइट, कि भाई कार कैसे चलानी है. That time you can just make the best use of your eyes to see through the window what all things like big hoardings. तो कैसे बनाते हैं एडवर्टीजमेंट, कौन से वर्ड्स लिखे हुए हैं, कैसे लिखे हुए हैं, कौन से फॉन्ट यूज किए हुए हैं, and what are the colors that they have used. Like one of the child I met 1 or 2 days back, घर के नीचे, and suddenly we started having a small child, 8th standard, 9th standard, और एकदम से 9th standard, yes, चलो बता ही दूँ मैं. एंड तो वैसे उसके जैसे ऐसे कितने सारे, जैसे 8th में भी मैं पूछती हूँ, 10th में भी पूछ लेती हूँ उन बच्चों को कि चलो what's written on your t-shirt, and they get confused, they start looking this way. So I always say before you buy any product, whether it's your t-shirt, whether it's your girls के लिए hair pin या hair band या dresses या your watch or whatever, हम सिर्फ उसकी outer look देख के attract होके खरीद लेते हैं, लेकिन पता ही नहीं होता कि उस पर क्या लिखा रहता है. Like I found 2-3 years back one of the child had worn such a t-shirt कि मैंने बैन कर दिया उस बच्चे को, बैन नहीं किया, लेकिन मैंने कहा आज के बाद ये पहन के नहीं आना. It brings negativity in our institute. That is what I believe. It has lots of impact on your body, on what you are wearing. It gives you happiness, it gives you positivity. It might bring negativity the way what you are wearing. And what was that child wearing was a t-shirt with a big skull and lots of blood. This is what I am very much against, that pick up the dresses which are जो simple सा, कोई भी प्लेन वाला पिकअप कर लो. डोंट पिकअप सच डरावने पिक्चर्स वाले एंड डर्टी, दैट डजंट गिव यू, दैट डजंट बूस्ट यू अप, दैट डजंट इंस्पायर यू. आई डोंट थिंक सो दैट ब्लड मूविंग फ्रॉम द माउथ एंड अ बिग स्कल एंड डरावना मुंह तुम्हें इंस्पायर करेगा लाइफ में आगे बढ़ने के लिए. सो प्लीज, दिस इज जस्ट अ हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट, अ पॉइंट दैट केम इन बिटवीन, जस्ट आउट ऑफ द वे. सो सिंपल. I would once again say that river water, yes, gets polluted due to these industries and urbanization. More and more cities develop, more houses. Pollution of river has become a national problem, country's problem. And government of course is putting in lots of effort to prevent river pollution. You can't prevent, but at least we can control, right? You can't stop now. Pollution already start हो चुका है, you can't stop 100%. जैसे poverty, unemployment, ना समझ बहुत सारी चीज़ों की. The thing that I've already started with, you can't stop, but at least you can control it, right? At this stage, public participation is equally expected along with government effort. अब गवर्नमेंट, जैसे गवर्नमेंट ने हमें सिखा दिया 3 बार के लॉकडाउन से 21 days, 10 days, 21 days, इस तरह के अलग लॉकडाउन पीरियड में गवर्नमेंट ऑलरेडी taught us that dear, you have to wear mask. Just like helmet is important when you are on your two-wheeler, equally mask is important when you move out of the house, and this is the way we are going to live our life now. But अब अगर तुम ना follow करो तो naturally it is going to bring negative impact on your life and in your surrounding, of course. Corona is such a thing where it's not only going to have an impact on you, it's going to have a negative effect on your family, on your friends जिनको तुम लास्ट 10 दिन में 15 दिन में मिले हो. सबको वो असर कर जाएगा. इट मीन्स दैट वी आर कैरिंग इट फॉरवर्ड, राइट. हेलमेट नहीं पहना तो तुम तो गिरोगे, तुम्हें लगेगी, बट एट द सेम टाइम यू आर ब्रिंगिंग योर फैमिली इन प्रॉब्लम. दिस इज वॉट गवर्नमेंट ने एक बार समझा दिया. नाउ इट्स इन आवर हैंड, वॉट हैव वी टू डू, वेदर टू बी सेंसिबल या फिर ओवर स्मार्ट, राइट. तो यही हो रहा है एट दिस स्टेज. पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट अलॉन्ग विद गवर्नमेंट हार्ड वर्क. नाउ अगेन दिस ऑल्सो यू विल एड द होल पार्ट रिवर के नोट में. मेजर्स टू प्रिवेंट दिस वाटर पोल्यूशन. रूल्स टू प्रिवेंट वाटर पोल्यूशन शुड बी implemented very strictly. Water purification projects must be implemented through, that is, National River Conservation Project. अब यहीं पे ये गलत है. It is NRCP, right? Strict rules should be formed to prevent industrial units from releasing industrial effluent, that is dirty water and remains in the rivers. They should be prevented. एक strict rule बनना चाहिए कि इंडस्ट्रीज वाले इसको रिवर्स में रिलीज ना करें, डर्टी वाटर एंड केमिकल वाटर एंड पॉइजनस वाटर एंड ऑल. इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट शुड फिल्टर दिस हार्मफुल कंटेंट from this chemical effluents before releasing it in the river. In order to keep the river water clean, every citizen should take care not to mix up the डोमेस्टिक वेस्ट, मतलब हमारे घर का जो वेस्टेज है, जो कचरा है, लेट इट नॉट गेट मिक्सड अप इन द रिवर. सो NRCP, लर्न द फुल फॉर्म, नेशनल रिवर कंजर्वेशन प्रोजेक्ट. National River Conservation Project was introduced at the second stage of Ganga River purification. So you will be sent some short videos on it, as we had done in the previous lecture also. So thank you. Go through it. Any doubt, get it clear, and be along with the flow of your video lectures that are sent to you every alternate day. बैकलॉग ज़्यादा इकट्ठा हो गया है ऑफ मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. टाइमली पेपर्स ऑल्सो, वी आर नॉट रिसीविंग योर टेस्ट पेपर्स, सो इट्स अ हार्टी रिक्वेस्ट. फिर जब पेपर अगर 3 दिन के बाद अगर भेज रहे हो, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि हम आपको टाइम पे भेजें, बिकॉज देन अगेन इज द टर्न फॉर अस फॉर द न्यू लॉट ऑफ पेपर्स टू बी चेक्ड. तो कहीं पे तुम्हारे पीछे जा रहे हैं. जो लेट कमर्स हैं उनके पेपर शायद हाथ में नहीं आ रहे हैं इंस्टेंटली, और कहीं पे शायद कहीं पे चेक बहुत लेट होंगे. सो इफ यू वांट योर पेपर्स टू बी चेक्ड ऑन टाइम, सेंड इट विद इन 3 days that we send you the paper, right? So take care, be in manners, discipline related to your studies and test writing and test paper submission and your homework submission. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Himalayan rivers,
the Indus, the Ganga,
and the Brahmaputra are the major Himalayan rivers. During their course, these rivers are joined by many tributaries. A river along with its tributaries make a river system. A river system comprises many characteristics such as its point and source of origin, its basin, its tributaries, its direction of flow, its merger point, etc. Let us now learn about the Indus River System. The Indus River System. The Indus River rises in Tibet near Lake Mansarovar. It enters India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. During its course in this part, it forms beautiful gorges. It is joined by several tributaries, namely the Zaskar, the Nubra, the Shyok, and the Hunza in the Kashmir region. After passing through Baltistan and Gilgit, the Indus comes out from the mountains at Attock. The Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Satluj, and the Beas all join together before entering the Indus River near Mithankot in Pakistan. After this, the Indus moves southwards, finally merging into the Arabian Sea east of Karachi. The Indus is one of the longest rivers of the world. Its total length is about 2,900 kilometers. The Indus plain has a very gentle slope. Do you know? About 1/3 of the Indus basin lies in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and the Punjab, and the remaining about 2/3 is located in Pakistan. The Ganga River System. The Ganga rises in Gangotri in Himalayas as a stream called the Bhagirathi. It is fed by the Gangotri Glacier. The Ganga is joined by Alaknanda at Devprayag in Uttaranchal. After crossing the Shivalik ranges, the Rishikesh in Uttarakhand, the Ganga flows on the plains at Haridwar. Major tributaries which join the Ganga are the Yamuna, the Ghagra, the Gandak, and the Kosi. These rivers also originate from the Himalayas. The river Yamuna, which meets the Ganga at Allahabad, rises from the Yamunotri Glacier in the Himalayas. The Ghagra, the Gandak, and the Kosi rise in Nepal Himalaya. These rivers often flood many parts of the northern plains every year, causing widespread damage to life and property. But they also enrich the soil by depositing minerals they bring with them. The peninsular rivers, the Chambal, the Betwa, and the Son, which comes from uplands, also join the Ganga. The rivers rise from semi-arid areas. They have relatively shorter courses and do not carry much water in them. The Ganga flows eastward up to Farakka in West Bengal. This is the northernmost point of the Ganga Delta. The river divides here into the Bhagirathi Hooghly, a distributary, and mainstream. The Bhagirathi Hooghly flows southwards through the deltic plains of the Bay of Bengal. The mainstream flows southwards into Bangladesh, where it is joined by the Brahmaputra. In Bangladesh, it is known as the Meghna River, which flows into the Bay of Bengal. The delta formed by these rivers is known as the Sundarban Delta. The Sundarban Delta derived its name from the Sundari tree, which grows well in marshland. It is the world's largest delta. It is also the home of Royal Bengal tiger. There is a water divide between the Indus and the Ganga river systems. Ambala city is located on this water divide. The length of the Ganga river is over 2,500 kilometers. The stretch from Ambala to the Sundarban is nearly 1800 kilometers. But the fall in its slope is hardly 300 meters. Hence, in this stretch, the river has gentle slope. Therefore, the river develops large meanders. Let us now learn about second major Himalayan river, the Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra river system. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet, east of Mansarovar Lake. This location is very close to the sources of the Indus and the Satluj. The course of Brahmaputra river is slightly longer than the Indus. Major part of its course lies outside India. It moves eastwards parallel to the Himalayas. Reaching Namcha Barwa, 7,757 meters, it takes a U-turn around it and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. Here, its name is changed to the Dihang. It flows through Arunachal Pradesh and Assam and is joined by the Dibang, the Lohit, the Kenula, and many other tributaries. Brahmaputra is known as the Sangpo in Tibet and Jamuna in Bangladesh. As it passes through a region of high rainfall in India, it carries a large volume of water and silt. The Brahmaputra flows in the shape of braided channel. It also forms many riverine islands in Assam. Every year during the rainy season, the river gets swollen due to high influx of water. The river overflows its banks, flooding many areas, causing widespread damage to life and property in Assam and Bangladesh. The Brahmaputra has huge deposits of silts on its bed, which has led to the rise of the riverbed. The shifting of the channels of the river is also very common. This was all about the Himalayan rivers. Now we move on to peninsular rivers.
The peninsular rivers.
Most of the major peninsular rivers such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri flow eastwards and fall into the Bay of Bengal. The drainage basins of the peninsular rivers are comparatively small in size. The Narmada, the Tapi and the Mahi are the only major rivers which flow westwards and form estuaries. The Narmada Basin. The Narmada is a river in central India. The Narmada originates from the summit of Amarkantak Hills in Madhya Pradesh. It flows towards the west in a rift valley formed during faulting. On its way to the Arabian Sea in the Bharuch district of Gujarat, the Narmada River creates many charming locations. The Marble Rocks near Jabalpur and the Dhuandhar Falls, where the river falls over steep rocks, are some of the locations of tourist interest. All the tributaries of the Narmada are very short and most of these join the main stream at right angles. The Narmada Basin covers part of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat. Its total length through its state of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat amounts to 1,312 kilometers. The Tapi Basin. The Tapi is also a river in central India. The Tapi rises in the eastern Saputara ranges in the Betul district of southern Madhya Pradesh. It flows parallel to the Narmada in a rift valley. It is around 724 kilometers in length. Its basin covers part of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. It empties into the Gulf of Cambay in the Gujarat state. The coastal plains between Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea are quite narrow. The principal tributaries of the Tapi River are Sabarmati River, Mahi River, Bharatpanza River and Periyar. The Godavari Basin. The Godavari is the largest peninsular river. It rises at Trimbakeshwar at the slopes of Western Ghats in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. Its length is about 1500 kilometers. It empties into the Bay of Bengal. It has the largest drainage basin among the peninsular rivers. It follows through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Orissa, and Andhra Pradesh. Some of its tributaries include the Purna, the Vardha, the Pranhita, the Manjra, the Wainganga, and the Penganga. It is also known as the Dakshin Ganga. The Mahanadi Basin. It is a river of eastern India. The Mahanadi rises in the highlands of Chhattisgarh. It flows through Orissa to reach the Bay of Bengal. The length of the river is about 860 kilometers. The Mahanadi drains parts of Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Orissa. The Hirakud Dam is built across the Mahanadi River. The Krishna Basin. The Krishna is one of the longest rivers of India. It rises from a spring near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. It passes through Sangli and falls into the Bay of Bengal. The Krishna covers about 1400 kilometers to reach the Bay of Bengal. The Tungabhadra, the Koyna, the Ghat Prabha, the Musi, and the Bhima are some of its tributaries. Its drainage basin covers parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. The Kaveri Basin. The Kaveri rises in Talakaveri, located in the Brahmargi range of the Western Ghats, and it empties into the Bay of Bengal in south of Kudlur in Tamil Nadu. Total length of the river is about 760 kilometers. Its main tributaries are Amravati, Bhavani, Kapila, Lok Pavani, Himawati, and Kabini. Its basin covers parts of Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Its basin area is about 72,700 square kilometers. Do you know the river Kaveri makes the second biggest waterfall in India, known as famous Jog Fall? The waterfall runs a hydroelectric power plant. The electric power generated is supplied to Mysore, Bangalore, and the Kolar Goldfield. Beside these major rivers, there are some smaller rivers flowing towards the east. The Damodar, the Brahmamani, the Baitarni, and the Subarnarekha are some notable. Now we move on to another important water body called lake.